House Speaker Mike Johnson is backpedaling this morning over claims he made that Donald Trump was an FBI informant during the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. And not only are Democrats giggling over this, they are salivating. Get out your bibs, people. We're having Roast Johnson. Try not to think about the name too much. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. If you've been following the ongoing saga of the Jeffrey Epstein files, you know that the push for transparency and release of the files has taken some bizarre turns, to say the least. After vowing to release all the files while running for president last year, Trump has flip-flopped on the issue, going so far as to now claim, along with Attorney General Pam Bondi, that the files don't even exist and are a manufactured Democratic hoax.
Democrat hoax that never ends. You know, it reminds me a little of the Kennedy situation. We gave him everything over and over again, more and more and more, and nobody's ever satisfied. From what I understand, I could check, but from what I understand, thousands of pages of documents have been given. But it's really a Democrat hoax because they're trying to get people to talk about something that's totally irrelevant to the success that we've had as a nation since I've been president. Even if you look at D.C. right now, D.C., it's a totally safe zone. It's called a safe zone. That's a term. It's a term of art. It's a safe zone because it's very safe. You can walk down the street now and nothing's going to happen.
Bear in mind that a big part of Trump's base is the conspiracy movement that links Jeffrey Epstein to everything from satanic cannibals to lizard people running the so-called deep state. And suddenly their savior is turning on them. No wonder that has led to a bipartisan effort in Congress known as the Epstein Files Transparency Act, a bit of legislation that would force the FBI to release all the files related to the case. House Speaker Mike Johnson has also shown himself to be terrified of the passage of the Transparency Act, going so far as to adjourn Congress to block a vote on it earlier this summer. Now that Congress is back in session, reporters pressed Johnson on his reasons for blocking a vote. Here's what he had to say.
It comes across as calling the whole thing a hoax.
It's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him.
Johnson's comments there, that Trump was secretly behind the FBI busting Epstein, did more than just raise a few eyebrows. For one thing, it's surprising that Trump, who never passes up an opportunity for self-promotion, would not have claimed to be an informant in the case himself, if indeed that was true. Johnson's claims contradict Trump's that the whole thing is a hoax, but more importantly, they beg another question. If Trump is an informant, why not release the files and prove it? I mean, the man is not exactly known for his support of women who are accusing others of sexual misconduct. This would portray him as a hero and end all the whispers about Trump appearing in the files or having engaged in illegal acts with Epstein. And now we know why, as if you couldn't already guess. Late yesterday, Johnson's office released a statement clarifying his remarks. Try not to giggle when you hear this.
House Speaker Mike Johnson is apparently backing off claims he made that President Trump previously served as an FBI informant in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Okay, now fast forward to yesterday, where a spokesperson for the speaker issued this statement to NBC saying, quote, the speaker's reiterating what the victim's attorney said, which is that Donald Trump, who kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, was the only one more than a decade ago willing to help prosecutors expose Epstein for being a disgusting child predator. Now, I was at that press conference where the lawyer that Johnson is referring to, Brad Edwards, talked about this, and he said that he had conversations with Trump and that Trump was helping them during some prosecutions in the late 2000s, but he never used the phrase FBI informant. And so that's definitely confusing as the speaker says that. But it also comes as later today, the House Oversight Committee is expected to meet with attorneys for Jeffrey Epstein's estate to gain access to the now infamous Epstein 50th birthday book. That book reportedly includes an explicit letter allegedly written by Donald Trump, though Trump has said the message is fake and that he never wrote it. Today's meeting comes after the committee issued a subpoena last month as part of its investigation into the deceased sex offender. At the same time, the Justice Department asked a federal judge to keep sealed the names of two associates who received large payments from Epstein in 2018. That request came after NBC News filed a motion to unseal those names, citing public interest and transparency. But the DOJ cited privacy concerns expressed by the individuals, both of whom were protected from prosecution under Epstein's Sweetheart 2008 non-prosecution agreement.
So Johnson is now singing a different song, though equally off-key. Big surprise there, right? As if this wasn't embarrassing enough for Johnson, there's another twist here. Keep in mind that he's an accidental speaker to begin with. He rocketed to the speakership from obscurity after the ouster of Kevin McCarthy in 2023. And he holds his job because he's painted himself as being close and deferent to Donald Trump. So he has just placed himself in an impossible position. If he sticks with Trump and tries to suppress the files, it will look like he's covering for a sex criminal, which he would be. Trump is an adjudicated sexual predator, after all. But if Johnson allows the release of the files, and they confirm what Trump biographer Michael Wolff has long asserted, that Trump didn't just know about Epstein's crimes, he actively participated in them, then Johnson risks incurring Trump's wrath, not to mention killing Trump politically. In either scenario, Johnson loses. And the week is just starting, folks. We'll keep you updated on the ongoing Epstein saga, Johnson's job security, or lack thereof, and Trump's continued attempts to keep Jeffrey Epstein buried. This is Occupy Democrats.